Hi there, it's Karen with inspiredbygram.com. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm bringing you the Simple Stamping Sunday card. It uses a stamp set called Peaceful Moments, and we'll go over that in just a second. But this is a very easy card layout for a beginner stamper or an avid stamper as well, and a great card to mass produce. I've got a coordinating envelope flap that looks awesome with this card layout. So let's go over the stamp set. I'm using Peaceful Moments. This can be found in the annual catalog, and we're going to be using the thank you. But again, a lot of these sentiments will work with this design. Let's go over all the paper measurements. It's cut Flower and Fields is cut 3 3/4 by 5, and I'm going to adhere that onto a piece of basic white, which is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And then I've got for the card base, basic black, which is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, score at 4 1/4. On the inside of that, I've got some basic white, which is 4 by 5 1/4. And then the stamping panel here is 1 by 5 1/8. I've got a strip of the Flower and Fields, which is cut 3/4 inch by 5 1/4. That's going to go on the inside panel. And then I've got a scrap that's about 2 1/2 by 6, and that's going to be used for the envelope flap. So we're going to get stamping right away. I've got Memento Black ink, and I've got my thank you already mounted on a block here. I'm just going to get a really nice hard press onto that ink pad. And then I'm just going to hover over that white panel and making sure my sentiment is straight and give it a good stamp down. And there's a great crisp image there for you. We're going to set this aside, and we're just going to now assemble the card. All right, so let's start with that Flower and Field front panel in our basic white. I've got multi-purpose liquid glue today, and I'm just going to, it's a new bottle, so excuse me if I go a little bit slow, but I'm afraid it's all going to come out. All right, so we're just going to take this. I would like to start in the lower left corner and secure it there, okay? Because it's such a small border, I just take my time. So start my left side, and then it should all fall in place after that, okay? If it doesn't, and you're using multi-purpose liquid glue, you should be able to move it around just a little bit. All right, and then we're going to add this panel to the basic black, and then we've got this one right over. Again, I can hover around a little bit and to get that in place, and then give it a good press. Now the inside panel here is, this is again 3/4 inch by 5 1/4. I'm just going to add some more of that liquid glue. Put some right there. Need to get some over here. Okay, that's, see, using the multi-purpose liquid glue when it's brand new can be a little tricky. All right, so now I'm going to add this panel, or piece of designer series paper, to the lower side, bottom of that white panel. All right, and then we're going to take this panel and add it to the inside. Let's open up our card, and then we're going to just line it all up, top, bottom, left, and right with equal distance, and then just give it a nice little press. Now the stamped panel here is going to go right on here, and I'm lining it up edge to edge on the white, okay? So let's add some more liquid glue here. Slide that down to me, and we'll flip it over, and again edge to edge on that white, and then make sure it's straight and just give it a good press. Now to fill up this area here, I've chosen to work with the pastel pearls. They can be found in the mini catalog, and I'm going to use the Take Your Pick tool. And there's putty on the end of this side here, and it really helps to grab those little pearls, and then you can place them easy. So they just stick to that putty, and you can transfer them right from this sheet. Of course, now it's not gonna work. So if it doesn't work, you just clean this little barrel off, and then we're going to just gently turn it like 1 or 2, and you can kind of see the putty starting to come out, all right? You might have to go 3 clicks. Let me see. Yep, that's good. So there you go, right on camera. My tool didn't work, but we figured out how to make it work. All right, so I do love the side, the putty side of this one. There's also the pointy tip here, which is extra sharp, and then on the opposite side is a spatula. So any of these sides will work, and that tool just kind of goes right back and locks in position, and there's a nice cap for you. So that is our simple stamping card, but we need to add that beautiful Flower and Fields Designer Series paper to the envelope flap. So again, I'm gonna challenge myself with a full bottle of Tombow glue and run around the edges here, and then just right there in the middle. I'm gonna take this piece of scrap Designer Series paper, and then I'm gonna run it right along that score line of the flap. Okay, and then I got glue on my desk. Be careful of that. Okay, and then we're going to turn it over. Now I use scissors, my scrap kind of scissors that I don't care that gets like adhesive on them. So I'm going to use those on this paper to trim it down right against that flap, curving around that corner and going straight down. All right, so there we go. Here is our beautiful envelope flap here, matching card that looks awesome with some glue on my desk. I should have used that silicone craft sheet, right? All right, so that is your simple stamping card for today. And here is the sample that I created earlier in the day. So for all your Stampin' Up! Needs, please visit my website at inspiredbygram.com. Thanks for watching.